Hey guys, I'm Bobby the Mayhem Bayham, and this is
Caleb's Spidey Roll.
And we're back for yet another episode. And today we're going to talk about 4 theories that could possibly be the storyline of Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and 2. To start us off, we're going to have Caleb start us off rather than the usual.
Alright, thank you, Mayhem. So, today we're talking about Infinity War theories. And my theory is that there's going to be a race for the final Infinity Stone. Because as our previous episode, we stated that we think the Soul Gem's going to be in Doctor Strange, which comes out this November. Please go watch that whenever you can. But anyway, is like the final Infinity Stone that Thanos is going to be looking for is going to be Infinity War. And there's also many other theories that we're going to talk about in this episode. And
Just four,
the final Infinity Stone will be found, and then somehow Thanos is going to get his Infinity Gauntlet and wage war against the Marvel U. So, Bobby, tell us about the villains' theories.
So, one of my theories is that based off of what's happened in the previous movies, where most of the villains have been one-off and kill. I know that's pissing a lot of you people off. Trust me, making me mad too. But what a commonality between most of them is they're all being taken out by the Infinity Stones themselves. Ultron with the Mind Stone, Red Skull with the Tesseract, and you got Power Stone with Ronan, and Ether with Malekith. So, I mean, you got all those villains taken out by Infinity Stones. So what I'm thinking is, maybe those Infinity Stones didn't necessarily kill these villains, more like they absorbed them. And when Thanos acquires these Infinity Stones, he's going to use their powers to maybe bring them back to life, and it's going to be more of a war zone rather than just the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy going up against Thanos alone. It's going to be Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy going against every villain they've gone up against so far in the movie series, in the universe and stuff and everything like that. And you're going to incorporate a bunch of other heroes that are going to be introduced, such as Doctor Strange, Black Panther, and so on and so forth. So that's one of my theories. Care to expand on your next theory, Caleb?
Yes, my next theory is going to be about Adam Warlock. And Adam Warlock is a very powerful being, kind of like Sentry. And my theory is that Adam Warlock has 2 sides to himself. There's regular nice guy Adam Warlock, who's the hero, and there's also a horrible dark side to him called Magus.
Which is actually, in theory, stronger than Thanos himself.
And Magus is basically going to be taking over his personality, kind of like people with split personalities. A lot like Two-Face in the DCU, about how his bad side takes over. This is exactly what it comes to Magus for Adam Warlock. And so, just like Bobby stated, it's going to be rumored that this Magus character is actually going to be the main bad guy instead of Thanos. Because Thanos always got to worry about his Infinity Gauntlet and waging war, but Magus could basically take on the whole world single-handedly without even the Infinity Gauntlet. And so that's my particular theory.
And you also got to take into consideration Adam Warlock has already had a cameo. If you haven't already seen it in either both Thor: The Dark World and Guardians of the Galaxy, they make a visit to the Collector's Chamber, and you see one chamber that looks a lot like a cocoon or some blob thing. I don't know how to describe it for you guys. I'm sorry, but. According to the comics, Adam Warlock gets his powers, is being basically grown in that, and he's becoming who he is. So from that, maybe from the Collector's Chamber explosion, he maybe hatched from that or whatever.
Anyway, but the thing is that he has a split personality, and that his evil side will take over. Bobby, tell us about your final theory.
The final theory is most far-fetched theory, and more than likely not going to happen, but I would love it if this happened, because it would fit the whole 2-part aspect of it. With the Infinity Stones, one of them is the Reality Stone. All of you know this, based off of our last episode, especially. If you watched it, we'll put a link in the description below, don't worry if you missed it. But based off of that, you could maybe open up portals to other realities, leaking into previous movies that have been made, like Blade. You could bring in the original Hulk, X-Men from Fox, if they'll even allow that. Like I said, far-fetched. Fox isn't probably not going to do this. Maybe even bring Deadpool in for the fun of it. Make it a rated R movie, guys. So that's our theories. We'll see you next time when we talk about Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. We're going to talk about theories, maybe even break down the movie after it comes out. So, I'm Bobby the Mayhem Bayham, and this is
Caleb Spidey Ralston, and we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time, guys.